Paris. Just the name conjures up images, doesn't it? The city of lights, love, and endless charm. It's a place that has been romanticized in countless ways, from literature to cinema and even in our daydreams. We're talking sparkling Eiffel Tower, a beacon of light that has inspired millions. It's not just a monument, it's a symbol of romance and dreams. Romantic strolls along the Seine, where every corner seems to whisper stories of love and history. The riverbanks are alive with the spirit of Paris, offering a serene escape from the bustling city. Maybe a beret-wearing mime or two for good measure. These street performers add a touch of whimsy to the city, making you feel like you're in a living, breathing piece of art. Movies, songs, poems, they've all sold us this idea of Paris as a paradise on earth. From Midnight in Paris to La Vie en Rose, the city has been painted as a utopia where dreams come true. So naturally, I had to see for myself. I wanted to experience the magic, the allure, and the charm that everyone talks about. I packed my bags, brushed up on my high school French, où est le fromage, and prepared myself for an adventure. I was ready to dive into the heart of Paris to see if it lived up to the hype. And so I hopped on a plane filled with excitement and a bit of nervousness. The journey itself felt like a prelude to something extraordinary. Little did I know my Parisian adventure would be a whirlwind of baguettes, bewilderment, and a whole lot of laughs. From the moment I landed, the city welcomed me with open arms and a few surprises. Was it paradise? Well, let's just say, like a perfectly made croissant, it was definitely flaky. But in the best possible way. Paris, with all its quirks and charms, turned out to be more than just a postcard fiction. It was a real, vibrant, and unforgettable experience. I hope you can stay with me until the end and discover the truth. Is Paris a paradise city or not? Let's go! First stop, the Eiffel Tower. You can't go to Paris and not see this iron giant, right? It's like going to Disneyland and skipping the churros. It's just wrong. Standing under the Eiffel Tower, I have to admit, it's impressive. But here's the funny part. When they were building it back in the 1800s, Parisians they thought it was an eyesore. Now it's the symbol of France. Talk about a plot twist. The line to go up was longer than a CVS receipt, so I opted for a lovely picnic underneath. Nothing says romance like dodging pigeons and fighting off ants for your baguette crumbs. Next up, the Louvre. Home to some of the most famous works of art in the world, including a certain lady with a mysterious smile. Mona Lisa, I presume? Now, I appreciate art as much as the next person, but the crowds at the Louvre? Let's just say it was more mosh pit than museum. I swear I got elbowed in the ribs more times than I could count. And Mona Lisa? Tiny. I mean, she's famous, sure, but I've seen bigger postage stamps. Maybe she's smirking because she knows how much hype there is over such a small painting. Notre Dame was next on my list. This beautiful cathedral has seen a lot over the centuries, and its resilience is truly inspiring. Of course, being a major tourist attraction, it was also incredibly crowded. I tried to soak in the history and grandeur, I really did. But between the jostling tourists and the constant ringing of my ears, seriously, why do churches have such loud bells? I couldn't wait to escape back out into the fresh air. Don't get me wrong, it's a magnificent building, but I think I prefer my cathedrals with a little less humanity. Parisian cuisine, croissants, coffee, and culinary quirks. Okay, let's talk food. French cuisine is world-renowned, and for good reason. The croissants, flaky, buttery perfection. The coffee, strong enough to wake the dead, which is good, because after all that walking, I needed it. But here's the thing about Paris. They take their food seriously. Like, seriously. I once ordered a croissant the wrong way. Apparently, you're supposed to add it, not for it. And the look the baker gave me could have curdled milk. Parisian culture, fashion, finesse, and a touch of frenzy. Paris, the city of lights, is not just famous for its iconic landmarks and romantic ambience. It's a place where fashion is not just a statement, but a way of life. The streets of Paris are like a runway, showcasing the latest trends and timeless classics. Parisians are known for their chic style, and I have to say they live up to the hype. Whether they're shopping in high-end boutiques or sipping coffee at a quaint cafe, they exude an effortless elegance that's hard to replicate. It's as if they were born with an innate sense of style. Walking down the street in Paris is like walking through the pages of a fashion magazine. Every corner you turn, you encounter someone who looks like they've stepped out of a photo shoot. The attention to detail in their outfits, the way they carry themselves, it's also captivating. Everyone looks so effortlessly stylish. It's not just about the clothes they wear, but how they wear them. The confidence, the poise, the nonchalance, It's all part of the Parisian charm. They make it look so easy, but there's a lot of thought and care that goes into their appearance. Me? I just looked like a tourist who desperately needed a nap. Amidst all the glamour and sophistication, I felt like a fish out of water. My attempts to blend in were futile, and I couldn't help but feel a bit overwhelmed by the sheer elegance surrounding me. But beyond the fashion, there's a certain je ne sais quoi to Parisian culture. It's an intangible quality that permeates every aspect of life here. From the way people interact to the way they enjoy their meals, there's a sense of refinement and sophistication that's uniquely Parisian. It's not just about looking good, it's about living well. The Parisians have mastered the art of enjoying life, whether it's through their culinary delights, their appreciation for art, or their leisurely strolls along the Seine. There's a rhythm to life here that's both invigorating and calming, a certain air of sophistication and refinement. It's in the architecture, the parks, the way people carry themselves. There's a grace and elegance that's hard to find elsewhere. It's as if the city itself is a living, breathing work of art. Of course, there's also a healthy dose of chaos and frenzy, especially during rush hour. The serene elegance of the city gives way to a bustling, energetic vibe. The streets are filled with the sounds of honking horns, the chatter of pedestrians, and the hum of scooters zipping by. Imagine a swarm of scooters, bicycles, and cars all vying for the same sliver of road, and you'll have a pretty good idea of what I'm talking about. It's a chaotic dance, but somehow, it all works. The frenzy is just another part of the city's charm, adding to the vibrant tapestry that is Paris. The language barrier, lost in translation, found in laughter. Now, I took French in high school, but let's just say my conversational skills were a little rusty. Like rusty as in I once tried to order a baguette and accidentally asked for a bathroom break. But you know what? Even though I butchered the language, the Parisian people were surprisingly patient with me. Most of the time, they just chuckled and switched to English. And you know what they say? Laughter is the universal language. Except when you're trying to order a croissant. Then, it's all about the pointing. The city of love? More like the city of l'amour, eventually. Paris is often called the city of love, and it's easy to see why. The city has an undeniable charm that seems to cast a spell on everyone who visits. From the moment you step onto its cobblestone streets, you can feel the romance in the air. The Seine River, with its gentle flow, seems to whisper sweet nothings to the couples walking along its banks. And who can resist the allure of the Eiffel Tower, standing tall and proud, as if it were the very symbol of love itself? The city is undeniably romantic, with its charming streets, cozy cafes, and picturesque bridges. Every corner of Paris seems to be designed for love. The cafes, with their intimate settings and delicious pastries, are perfect for a quiet date. The bridges, each with its own unique character, offer stunning views of the city and are ideal for a romantic stroll. It's no wonder that so many people come to Paris to fall in love or to rekindle their romance. I even saw a couple sharing a kiss by the Seine, which was adorable. It was like a scene straight out of a movie. The way they looked at each other, the gentle breeze playing with their hair, and the soft glow of the setting sun made it a picture-perfect moment. But then, reality struck. Until a flock of pigeons swooped down and stole their baguette. Romance over. It was a hilarious reminder that even in the most romantic city in the world, life has a way of keeping things real. The couple's laughter after the initial shock was infectious, and it was clear that their love was strong enough to withstand a few feathered thieves. But here's the thing about love in Paris. It's not always hearts and flowers. Just like anywhere else, relationships here have their ups and downs. I saw couples arguing outside cafes, their faces flushed with frustration. It's a reminder that love, no matter where you are, requires effort and understanding. Sometimes it's accidentally stepping in dog poop on your way to a romantic dinner. Yes, even in Paris, the city of love, you have to watch where you step. It's these little moments that bring a dose of reality to the romantic ideal. Sometimes it's getting into a heated argument with your partner about which direction the Eiffel Tower is. Navigating a foreign city can be stressful, and even the most in-love couples can find themselves bickering over directions. But these moments of tension often lead to laughter and a deeper connection. Hey, it happens to the best of us. In the end, it's these shared experiences, both the romantic and the real, that make love in Paris so special. It's a city that celebrates love in all its forms, from the picture-perfect moments to the everyday realities. And that's what makes it truly the city of love. Oh yes, I almost forgot, silly me. I have included some great travel-related links in the description below. I hope you find them useful. Conclusion: Paradise lost or found? Paris, you be the judge. So, after all that, was Paris the paradise I'd imagined? Well, it wasn't exactly the picture-perfect postcard I'd had in my mind. It was crowded, chaotic, and at times utterly confusing. But it was also charming, beautiful, and full of surprises. Paris is a city that gets under your skin. It's a city that makes you work for its affections. But once you've experienced its magic, you'll never forget it. Paradise? Maybe, maybe not. But unforgettable? Absolutely. Until I see you in the next video. Au revoir.